Ayan, isang magandang Friday morning po mga ka-Techwiz sa aming mga mag-aaral, magulang, kapwa guro at mga school leaders. Muli, welcome po sa Itulay Online Tutorial. Ano po? So, kamusta po ba kayo? I do hope na kayo ay nasa mabuting kalagayan po, ano? Bagamat tayo pa rin ay nasa gitna ng pandemya, wag po natin kalilimutan, syempre, ang mga health protocols, no? At laging ugaliin ang paghuhugas ng kamay at syempre tayo po ay magpabakuna. Yan. So, bago ang lahat, bumati muna tayo sa ating mga taga-subaybay dyan sa ating comment section. Yung mga ating live streamer, ating mga viewers, please comment down your greetings, no? Kung saan man po kayo lugar na nandyan. So, kamusta po kayo? So, si Ma'am Lorna, Ma'am Maricar Escobar, Sir Marlon Ramos, si Tutor Lon, and si Grazerny, yan, tumutunghay siya sa YouTube channel ng ating Itulay. Yan. And si Neil Macabulos, yan, good morning sa'yo. And si Tutor Bell, yan, good morning po, Tutor Bell. Yan, so, and si Lynn Santos Diestro, this is from Honest Maine, ayan, good morning po sa inyo. Please, huwag po kayong bibitiw. Patuloy po kayong tumutok sa ating programa, no? Bagamat tayo ay nanggaling sa medyo, medyo konting pahinga, no? But still, tayo ay nasa quarter 2 pa rin, no? And it's already week 8 po. And our topic for today is all about reporting and documentation procedures. So this will be the last topic or lesson para sa quarter 2 na ito. Dahil sa susunod po, I think it will be February 21, yung magiging start na ating quarter 3, no? Sa konteksto namin sa senior high school, it is yung quarter 3, no? Ito na yung simula ng aming second semester. So panibagong sets of subjects, no? Panibagong teachers, no? Panibagong pakikisama, but still panibagong karunungan ng ating magiging danas. Ano pa? Yan. So for today's lesson, we're going to talk about the conduct testing and documentation. And at the end of our tutorial, syempre, you are going to describe the documentation procedures according to a company requirement. And you're going to create a sample report using Google Docs. Ayan. So aside from discussing yung mga basic concepts when it comes to proper reporting and documentation sa isang workplace setup, and I will give you a hands-on experience, no, a demonstration kung paano ba tayo makakapagawa ng simpleng mga reports. Ayan. So isa yan sa mga pagtutuunan natin, no, ng pansin or ng rather yung lesson natin dito iikot, no? Kasi bakit? Alam natin kahit saan man tayo magpunta, especially kung you are applying for work. So isa sa mga hinihingi sa atin, syempre, we have to be knowledgeable sa kung paano ba mag-create ng mga report or mga documents, yung simpleng paggawa ng resume. So na ikaw mismo yung gumawa using yung mga word processing application such as Microsoft Office, Word, and yung Google Docs and some other application. No, importante ito na kahit yung basic malaman natin, kasi pag na-practice naman natin iyon, matututunan natin iyon at madadala natin even sa workplace, no? Kasi kahit saan ka man pumunta ngayon na trabaho, some of your employers, yung mga managers ninyo, ay most of the time will require you to report, no? Pag nagre-report tayo, hindi lang naman ito in a black and white document. It could be yung physical presence mo. But with regard with that, we have to be knowledgeable din kung paano ba talaga yung mag-fabricate or yung mag-create ng isang report, ng isang simpleng report, no? And yung mga documentation procedures sa ating mga workplace, kailangan familiar tayo dyan. Bakit? Kasi sa mga documents na yon, doon nakasaad yung iba't ibang policies, no, mga processes ng ating company. Lalo na kung baguhan lang tayo, madali tayo makakapag-adapt kung ano ba yung mga internal processes sa isang workplace. Kung kaya, dito sa computer system servicing, isa sa mga binibigyan natin ng importansya, no? Yung topic na ito, yung pagre-report, no? Kasi it is not enough that that na mayroong kang skill, no? It is not enough na may skill ka na kaya mo i-demonstrate 'yon, no? But what is much more important is alam mo kung paano i-document yung trabaho mo, no? Kung halimbawa kung ikaw ay isang technical support sa isang, let us say, BPO company, ikaw yung let us say network administrator nila, no? You have to be knowledgeable hindi lang sa mga network traffic sa paggamit ng iba't ibang mga IP tracing applications, yung mga pagko-configure ng hardware, bagkus kung paano mag-create, no, ng mga reports. Halimbawa, yung day-to-day task mo, let us say, yung everyday scenario, no, yung tinatawag nating log sa iyong trabaho, no, kailangan meron kang ano diyan, detailed report or written report. Kaya nga kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga gwardya, no, ang trabaho ng gwardya hindi lang po yan nakatayo. No, hindi lang yan yung mga security guard, hindi lang yan nagbubukas ng pinto, no? Hindi lang yan yung papakasuyuan natin na kapag magmamaniobra tayo ng sasakyan natin nakapark, gagawin natin silang traffic enforcement. Ang isa sa pinakamalagang trabaho ng security guard, no, is yung mag-log, no, even the little details na nakikita nila, na o-observe nila, no, sa oras ng trabaho nila, no, kasi yun yung report na hahanapin naman sa kanila nung agency nila. Tatanungin, okay, kailangan yung report mo yung day to day sa bawat shift mo, na may mga shift kasi yan yung mga guard, no, hinahanapan sila ng log niyan, ng log report. So may mga logbook yan. So yun, it's a kind of report na written, no? So dahil tayo ay nasa industriya ng information technology, no, we are capable na i-transfer yung written report into digital format, no? Ang nakakalungkot lang, may ilang estudyante, no, dahil bunsod ng kanilang kasipagan, no, hindi na binigyan ng importansya yung kung paano yung paggawa ng report at kung paano yung tamang procedure ng paggawa at kung ano-ano yung mga elements, no, na dapat nilalaman ng isang report, 'di ba? So ayan yung pipilitin nating basagin ngayong araw na to, or talakayin rather. Okay? Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, kahit saan ka mapunta, mag-aral ka man, ganun yan, lagi kayo may reporting, no? Yung reporting hindi lang yung gagawa ko ng PowerPoint presentation, no? Again, PowerPoint presentation or slides presentation is just your visual aids, no? But yung professor ninyo, yung teachers ninyo, yung instructor ninyo, still hihingan pa rin kayo ng tinatawag nilang parang concise or summary ng topic ninyo sa report, di ba? Ng ni-report ninyong topic. Aside from that, bibigyan pa kayo ng reaction paper. Di ba? Magkaiba yon, no? So, sa mga grade 12 students natin dyan na incoming freshman college, yan, so maging handa na kayo sa ganong senaryo, no? Na kapag nagre-report, hindi lang PowerPoint, no? Visual aids nyo lang yan. Katulad ng ginagawa ko ngayon. So, meron akong PowerPoint ngayon, but this is just my visual aid, no? Aside from this, meron kaming detailed lesson plan na sinasubmit, no, sa aming mga master teacher or mga school head or mga department head teachers. Okay? So sa inyo ganun din, no? Kaya wag nating babaliwain kung yung paggawa ng mga reports, no? So tutusin, napakadali yan. When it comes to formatting, nakadepende yan sa institution, let us say sa school or sa professor or teacher ninyo na magre-require sa inyo na gumawa ng written report. And kung kayo ay nasa workplace, depende rin yan sa company procedures ninyo kasi there are some companies, especially yung mga nasa industriya ng information technology, nag-aano sila, ini-implement nila yung tinatawag na QMS, yung ISO QMS 90015:2015, yung Quality Management System. Pag sinabi natin Quality Management System kasi, dito nakadetalye lahat ng workflow processes and policies ng isang kumpanya, no? Kung paano sila magtanggap ng clients, kung paano nila i-handle yung clients, at kung paano nila iiwan yung clients, may mga procedures yan. So that's part of quality management system. So most probably pag nag-work na kayo at mapasok kayo sa mga kumpanya na mga certified ISO at gumagamit sila nung tinatawag na quality management system, so mapapansin yun. No? Kung ibig sabihin, lahat na nangyayari sa company nyo, may dokumento yun, merong certain documents yun, kaya hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng isang bagay na wala kang pagbabasihan. No? Lahat ng ginagawa natin sa company, may tinatawag nating quality procedures. At doon papasok yung tinatawag nating documentation procedures, which is later on, ide-detalye natin. Okay? So, wag natin babaliwalain yun, no? As early as now, importante, ma-practice natin, no? Yung mga fundamentals concept of reporting and documentation procedures, and yung actual na paggawa, no? Yung gagamit na tayo ng mga word processing tools, no, para yung mga report natin is ma-realize natin or magawa natin, no? All right? So I do hope na huwag kayo masyadong mabigla sa mga sinabi ko kasi that is the real scenario, yung paggagawa ng report. Okay? So just be prepared lang and patuloy na aralin, no, yung mga requirements ng company. Okay? All right, next. So, yan. So, what is a report? Yan. So, may memes tayo dyan. Nakita niyo yung lalaki. Parang, di natin alam. May nakalagay, pull the reports. Yan. So, what is a report daw ba? So, report is a short, sharp, excuse me, nauubo lang po ako sa ilo. Ayan, so it's a short or sharp and concise document which is written for a particular purpose and audience. Ayan, so when we say concise, it's a specific, no? Specific siya, and of course, in proper organization, yung thoughts ng content. No, wherein it's concisely defined and examine the different issues, events, or findings that happen in a physical sense. No, kaya nga sabi sa inyo, kung ano yung posisyon mo sa trabaho, most probably, yun yung mga ginagawa natin ng report. Halimbawa, kami as a teacher, kung tutusin, ang dami naming report. May ginagawa kaming report on the status of yung mga vaccination status ng learners namin. Meron kaming report na ginagawa for our weekly home learning plan. That's our weekly report consisting of our day-to-day activities. No? Meron kaming reporting ng grades. Ayan. At yan, dahil tayo ay nasa period of of submitting our final requirements. So, pupunta na rin tayo dyan, no? O baka nandito na rin tayo, nagkukumpleto na ng mga requirements. So, that's a kind of report. What else? Ang dami. Yung mga member ng purpose na students namin, so ginagawa namin ng separate report yan. Yung mga student namin na halimbawa, kami sa province namin dito sa Bataan, lahat kasi ng senior high school student inisyuhan ng mobile tablet para yung instead of taking and bringing printed modules, soft copy na lang ng print ng modules, yung self-learning modules, yung ina-upload namin sa Google Drive and then i-download ng nila, no, using tablet. Okay? So, ayun, ginagawan din namin ng report yun, no? Regularly, merong monthly, merong pang quarterly report, no? So, ang dami. Kaya kung tutusin, baka mas probably na-practice yun na rin pala yung pagre-report na ito. Di ba? Okay? So, again, that's as is an specific or a specific writing a specific event when we talk about report, no? So, these events that have occurred within an organization, okay, or yung findings natin based on sa ginawa natin is investigation, no? So, that's reporting, no? Specific siya for, let us say, a certain event or a moment, right? So, dito, tutusin, there are a lot of types of report. Ang sobrang dami niyan, no? But ang i-discuss ko sa inyo, no, today is dalawa na commonly na may experience nyo kapag kayo ay nasa field ng information technology industry, whether you are a technical support, whether you are a, let us say, help desk support, no, that have something to do with entertaining mga problems within an organization, especially mga computer related, network related, and yung mga tayo kasi nasa frontline yan, no? Yung mga IT, ito yung pinaka entry level ng isang IT person. Pero hindi naman lahat So most probably, syempre, we have to start, low key para at least alam natin yung process mula sa baba. Para pag medyo umaangat na tayo pataas sa mga senior level na positions sa isang company, we know how things work, 'di ba? So isa sa magandang yan, maging attitude natin, no? Ayun pala, isang tip ko 'yon, no? Huwag kayong manghinayang na mag-start sa mababa because doon sa mababa makikita nyo lahat ng senaryo. I-master nyo lahat ng workflow, no, ng mga technical troubleshoots and how to do that, no? Ganon. Halimbawa, may isang troubleshoot ka din. Na-experience mo yun bago mo na-resolve, umabot ng 2 hours. So sa susunod, pilitin mo na aralin kung paano mo papabilis yun within the span of 10 minutes ma-resolve mo yung dating inaabot na 2 hours sa troubleshoot. Okay? So, importante yun na syempre, as you go through, as times goes by, based doon sa experience sa work, so, mamamaster nyo naman yun. So, these are the two, basically, types of report that we are going to encounter sa ating field, no? When it comes to ICT field or IT field. So, meron tayong tinatawag yung technical report. So, yung technical report, it's a formal report, no, designed to convey technical information. Meaning to say dito, pinapaliwanag mo na yung mga technical terminologies, no, ng mga occurrence ng isang problem or ng isang issues or event, no? So si technical report, basically it has mga parts or yung tinatawag na elements, no? Mayroong introduction yan, mayroong kang literature review, meaning to say, mayroong kang pinagbasihan ng ganitong scenario, ng ganoong issue, and then you're going to design analysis and methodology. So dito mo na ilalagay yung mga tools na gagamitin mo to come up for a result, no? So tapos doon napapasok yung magko-construct ka ng result and testing. Tapos after nun, meron ka ng conclusion. Yes, you are correct. Grace Ernie, ano ba yun? Sorry, I can't pronounce your last name properly. But yeah, you are doing well. That's good. No, thank you for engaging sa ating discussion. Yes, that's correct. Correct. But thank you, Grace Ernie, sa pag-engage. No, it's an excellent move. Thank you, thank you. No, so tama yon. No, may mga parts. Kaya nga kung mapapansin nyo, yung paggawa pala ng technical report na sinasabi ni Tutor A, no, merong introduction, yung part ng meron kang yung kumbaga sa research, mga baby thesis na tinatawag natin, ito yung related studies, no? And then designing, analysis and methodology, and then construction of results testing, and then conclusion, no? So those are the elements, no? Kasi nga sabi nga kanina, it's a formal and it's convey technical information. So you are going to use mga graphical representation diyan, mga bar graphs, no? Yung mga figures, no? So that is technical report. Now, when we talk about incident report naman, no, from the word incident, makinig, no? Ito yung mga pangyayari na unusual, no, na maaaring makapigil, magkaroon ng impact sa tinatawag nating mga normal operation ng ating workplace, no? Ayan. Good morning, Bea Jane, watching from ONH. Thank you for streaming. All right? Again, technical report, ito yung mas detalyado. Para kang gumagawa na ng tinatawag natin case study. Yan, tama. Yung mga problem or case study. Kasi when we do case study, syempre, ihimayin natin yung introduction, bakit ka nag-come up sa ganyang study, no? Ano yung mga pinagbasihan mo, no? Ano yung mga, kung meron ka mang fini-fill na gap para let us say yung problema na yon ma-prevent or rather ma-conform in the future scenario, ano yung mga mitigation na gagawin mo, no? Yung mga risk, no? But this is a broad rather than incidental report. This, sabi ko kanina, it's a specific event that could disrupt yung mga normal operation. Okay? So it's a kind of pa rin, incident report, formal document. But dito, yung specific incident lang na makakaapekto sa workplace. Okay? So let us say na si incident is naka-specific siya sa isang incident lang rather than technical report is ito yung kabuuan na pwedeng pagbasihan na maging policy, documentation, procedures ng company niyo that will eventually kailangan i-review muna ng mga different departments, especially mga top-level management. Rather than mga incidental report, ito kasi yung nakita mong naging pangyayari sa workplace mo na nagkaroon ng impact. No? Let us say, halimbawa, biglang bumagal yung internet ninyo sa company, let us say. No? Let us say kayo ay isang BPO. So, tinrace mo, ikaw ay network administrator, and then chine-check mo yung minomonitor mo yung traffic, nakita mo may isang user na gumagamit ng isang site na yung mga kung saan ka nakakapag-download ng mga free movies or mga free TV show series, no? So nakita mo doon, yung mga ganong sites malakas mag-consume ng bandwidth yun, no? Yung mga ganong mga downloads application. So doon ilalag mo yon, no? Then gagawa mo ng incident report na this something happened. Then after that, syempre i-detalye mo yon. So ano yung naging problema, ano yung dapat gawin para hindi na mag-occur yon. So momentarily, let us say specific sa isang incident or moment, yung tinatawag na incident report. Rather than yung technical report, maaring maglaman to ng iba't ibang incidental report. Yan, yung technical report. But this is on more scientific approach. No, again, kasi possibly yung technical report na ito ma-adapt, no? Maging sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung mga company may existing policy procedures yan. Baka mamaya dahil with that technical report coming from mga incidental reports, no, may establish siya as a company policy procedures wherein isasama siya na yung pag-download ng mga applications, no, other tasks outside sa mga work-related activities ay prohibited din ng company ninyo. Nagets natin? So that's how reporting works. And that's how technical and incidental reports differ. Ayan. So good morning, Irene Wahe, and good morning sa'yo from Pagalanggang. And good morning, Enrico Dalupan. Welcome back. All right, you have merong challenges sa connection. It's okay. Ayan, thank you. I think you, Enrico, and Grace Ernie are familiar with each other. I think. Yan. Happy viewing, no, sa inyo. All right. So that's how technical reports and incidental reports differ. I do hope I shed some light kung meron mang confusion sa dalawa. All right? Then let's proceed. Di ko pala na-play yun, sorry. Then, after reporting, meron naman tayong tinatawag yung documentation, no? So documentation is any communicable material used to define, clarify, or advise certain characteristic of an entity, device, or process, such as its materials, assembly, installation, maintenance, and usage is communicable. Makinig. When it comes to company procedure, no, sa konteksto ng mga trabaho, kasi me as a previous document controller sa isang technical laboratory way back 2014 doon sa ibang bansa, no, yung mga documentation, ito yung tinatawag natin mga set of policies na dapat mong i-observe sa workplace. Meaning to say, these are the non-negotiables processes. Hindi mo pwedeng i-bypass ito. Now, let us say, yung company nyo may iba't ibang department, each department may kanya-kanya ring policy procedures, no, on how to document certain policies or certain work practices. And then meron din mga policy procedures na applicable sa pangkalahatang company operation, no. This is the context yung tinatawag nating documentation ngayon. Okay? Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, if you are a newly hired employee in a certain company, ang una mong gagawin, syempre, hindi mo naman iisa-isa yung babatiin yung mga katrabaho mo, no? All you have to do is ask for the manager for definitely naman i-orient ka naman. And then through orientation, doon mo itanong yung mga different yung mga documentation, policy documents ng company ninyo. Kasi doon ka mabibigyan ng assiste kung paano yung workplace, no, yung flow sa inyong workplace. Naintindihan? Okay? So that is the documentation. Now, what is the difference between the reports and documentation? Makinig kasasabi ko lang kanina, documents is an original or official paper, meaning to say this is the policy procedures ng company nyo. Again, when you say policy procedures, non-negotiable po yan. No? Kailangan mo i-observe, kailangan ma-practice mo yan sa company ninyo. Okay, I do hope hindi tayo nalilito Alright? Okay? I do hope hindi tayo nalilito ron. And the report naman is a piece of paper describing a specific workplace events scenario. Kaya nga, kinategorize natin sila sa dalawa di ba? Meron tayong ginagawang technical report and then incidental report. No? Though, sa totoong scenario, lalo na kapag ang company niyo, sabi ko nga, paulit-ulit ako, no, ay nag-a-adhere sa ISO certification, yung ISO 90015:2015, which is the quality management system. Sobrang dami, no, ng mga documents, yung mga policy na kailangan yung i-prepare, no? And then aside from that, para ma-observe nyo na nasusunod nyo nga yung mga documentation na yung mga policy procedures na yun, kailangan meron kayong regular reporting, no, on a regular basis. It could be a day-to-day, a weekly, a monthly, a semi-annual, quarterly, etc., etc. Okay? Because proper documentation, no, procedures is the key for a successful company. Tatandaan niyo yan. No? Why? Kasi series yan eh. No? Series yan ng mga operations ng inyong company. Wherein, in the future, it could be change. It could change, no? So that's why in QMS, sa quality management system, kapag yung isang meron kami nakaset na policy procedures, tapos hindi namin nasusunod yun kasi pag hinanapan kami ng auditor ng ISO auditor na ino-audit kasi yun, no? Kung nasusunod yung mga policy procedures na yun, yung mga documentation na yun. Pag di nasunod yun, agad magiging NCR yun, magiging non-conformity report. So, idedetalye doon, but hindi kayo nag-conform kasi ito yung set of standards ninyo, mga policy procedures ninyo. So, mahirap yon yung na-NCR, no? Nagmumulta, nagkakaroon ng penalty yung company. No? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, napaka masalimuot kung tutusin. Parang we don't take so much priority with different reports. But again, yun yung mga evidence natin para masabi natin that we follow the company policy procedures, no? Yung mga documentation procedures. Naintindihan natin. Okay? And of course, with regards pa rin dito sa documentation, sa non-conformity, with this different mga technical report na sinasubmit natin based on mga day-to-day incident report, na may measure natin kung paano natin ma-prevent yung mga ganong incident. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na preventive measures na yan. And what else? For in the future, hindi natin ma-experience yun. Or ma-experience naman natin, meron tayong dapat gawin. Now, if a certain incident or issues sa company ay bago, so it should, at yung mga existing policy procedures natin ay hindi na angkop, no, sa current situation ng company ninyo. So doon na papasok yung tinatawag nating na gagawa na tayo ng superseded na yung mga policy na outdated, and then yung QA QC manager ninyo, siya yung bahala ng gumawa ninyo. Ang gagawin lang ni QA QC manager, hingan kayo ng report. Yan. So ganun ka-critical actually. No, but still, yung reporting and documentation plays an essential factor pa rin, no, sa success ng isang company. And I do hope na malino po sa inyo. Kasi especially if you want to work in a mga yung IT company na kilala, mas probably they adhere with this ISO certification, yung quality management system. No? So, tsagain niyo yun, aralin niyo. So, ito, binibigyan ko lang kayo ng just a tip, no? Ng malaking scenario or malaking trabaho ng QMS na yan. Thank you, Enrico Dalupan, for this information. No? Thank you for engaging. So, I feel valuable dahil you exert effort, no? Thank you to sa inyo, guys, ni Grace Cerny. Alright, now. So, yon, documents sa original paper. What else? So, with that, let me show you, dahil ipinangako ko kanina, I will show you how to create, no, paano ba tayo gagawa ng isang document report? So, dito gamit tayo ng let us say, si Docs. Ito pala, may ginawa na ako dito. So, ito sample lang to ng mga incident report, no? Now, depende yan, again, things will differ depende sa nire-require ng company niyo. Minsan, or most of the time, merong mga template, may mga template yan, no? Na nandun yung pangalan ng document, yung number nun, kung kailan ni-revise yung document na yon, no? So ganoon ang kapag yung isang company ay nag-a-adhere sa QMS or yung quality management system. All right? So but just an overview, bigyan ko kayo ng idea what are the different elements when we are doing an incident report. So number one, kailangan meron tayong summary. Again, hindi ko na napakita rito kasi nga sabi ko sa inyo, per company may different templates yan kung saang department, sino yung gumawa, sino yung nag-report, no? But yung mismong content or elements nung incident reporting, so ito i-discuss natin. So merong summary yan. So sa summary, dito mo i-describe yung in brief, no, in concise, yung mga na-identify mong mga pangyayari at how did you resolve it, no, along kung gaano yung impact ba noon. It could it could have a, let us say, delay ba sa work procedure ninyo, or it could have an impact sa cost, no, ng day-to-day operation ng company ninyo. Okay? So such as the numbers of requests that resulted in errors and the problem that was the root cause of an incident. Then summary lang yung buod, no? Then after that, timeline, no? So dito mo ililist yung iba't ibang relevant mga time occurrence nung na experience mong incident, no? So all actions taken to resolve the issue and consequence events in the time that the incident was resolved, no? So timeline. So most probably you can put a table, no? And then root cause, no? So you're going to in this section you're going to describe the problem that caused the incident. So let us say it's a network intrusion ba, meaning to say yung attack ay nanggaling ba outside, no? Yung external factor ba or internal na meron kang kasamahan sa trabaho na naka-receive ng email na meron daw siyang free gift from Pure Gold at kinlik niya yung link na yun, then di niya alam may malware pala yun. Once kinlik, it will automatically run sa system, and we all know yung computer niya connected sa network niya, and the virus or let us say the virus script, no, will run across the network, no, at isasubdue yung lahat ng hardware, no, doon na magsisimula yun. So again, lalo ngayon sa mga high mga or yung mga company na talagang kilala, lalo na mga financial institution, these are the companies which is prone to these attacks, no? So let us just cite yung BDO, tinatawag ng BDO scam, no, na yung mga account holders nila biglang nababawasan ng amount sa kanilang bank accounts, and then they found out that the hackers are their own employee. So tinatawag natin inside job. But still, I am not concluding, no? I just saying what I have read on a report, no, on the news. But still, the investigation is ongoing, I think, no. So may mga nakuha ng mga tao na excuse me, na person of interest talaga sa nangyari. Okay? So yun, kung ikaw ay isang empleyado sa mga ganong company, let's say mga bangko, mga financial institution. So yan, may ganyan mga reporting. And then resolution and recovery. So this section describes all the actions taken along with the times when they were implemented in details. So any results of action taken should also be described even if the measures were not effective. Lahat yun. Kaya nga dito, lalagyan mo yan ng mga different sections. Let us say nakatab yan, no? What's the action taken, no? Kung ginawa mo yan, does it resolve the issue? Kung hindi, i-detalye mo pa rin, no? Kailangan kasi yan. Then ito yung sabi ko kanina, corrective and preventive measures. So specifically in that event, ano yung ginawa mo para ma-correct, or rather, how are you going to prevent yung ganong incident? Okay? So ang reference ko dyan is ito, yung searchitoperations.techtarget.com. Alright, so I do hope na malinaw. no? Yung ating talakayan with regards sa reporting and documentation procedures. Again, reporting and documentation procedures will vary depending on your company's work requirements, no? But most probably, this is how it works, no? Kasi, again, I'm speaking on behalf of my experience with my previous company, no? Isa siyang ISO certified company, no? It's a technical laboratory, and I've been the document controller handling different documentation procedures. That's why, uh, uh, yeah, you can say that, based on my experience and previous experience, valid naman yung mga pinagsasabi ni Sir. No, hindi naman to kwentong kotsero lang. No, it's my first-hand experience. Okay? All right. So with that, thank you for listening. And if wala nang questions or kung meron man, just put it saan ba yan? On our comment box below or sa side. All right? Sige. But with that, we're going to proceed na sa mga tanong. Yan. Kung walang tanong, si teacher magtatanong. Alright? Yan. So, it's quiz time, no? Mga ka-tech quiz. Alright. So, number 1, a report is a specific form of writing that is organized for a particular purpose and audience. Is it true or false? Alright? Okay. It is, letter A, it's true. No? Specific yan. No, kailangan concise, diretso sa ano, sa sa punto. Number 2, technical report includes the following elements except A, conclusion, B, design analysis, C, introduction, D, none of the above. Alright, it's letter D, it's none of the above. No, bakit? Kasi si conclusion, yung design analysis, si introduction, it's a essential elements, no, ng isang technical report, no. And next, number 3, document is an original or official paper that relied upon as the basis and proof, conveying information pertinent to such proof of support. Is it true or false? All right, very good. It's letter A, is true. Okay? Ito nga yung tinatawag nating ito yung pinaka-policy Ito yung non-negotiable na kailangan makita mo na pine-perform mo ito, no? At dito bumabase yung mga reports na ginagawa mo on your day-to-day work tasks. Next, number 4, sorry. An incident report is a formal document that details the facts related to an incident at the workplace. Is it true or false? It's letter A. It's true. All right. Next, last, number 5. Writing a report is an essential skill that requires documentation on employees' day-to-day work activity or activities. Is it true or false? Yes, of course. It's true, no? Essential yung skills na yun, though some might find it, parang nakakatamad gawin, but parte ng trabaho mo yan, kailangan mong gawin yan. Alright? So with that, we are the Senior High School Information and Communications Technology team. With me is Tutor Pao, ang aming IC2 mentor. And with me, your Tutor A, no, for Computer System Servicing, grade 11. And we have Tutor Bell for Programming. I think grade 12 ang Tutor Bell. And si Tutor Lon, which is susunod sa akin, for CSS grade 12. Alright? And by the way, the DepEd Itulay online tutorial strongly supports the pediatric vaccination against COVID-19 as per DOH Memorandum Number 2022-0041. Ayan, so sa mga kapatid nyo na nasa pediatric age, so ano po natin sila, ano po natin sila na magpabakuna. Right? Safe naman po yan, no? And of course, it's It's February and it's National Arts Month. So mayroong programa po ang ating itulay na for National Art Month, Arts Month 2022, Sining ng Pag-asa. Ayan, so this will going to conclude on February 12, 19, and 26, no? Simula 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So ito po yung mga level. So for kindergarten to grade 1 to 3, elementary learners, andyan yung music, vocal solo, we have physical education, TikTok dance, and the arts. And yan, may mga vocal person yan. Makikita niyo po yung buong mechanics ng contest doon po sa Facebook page ng DepEd EdTech Unit at ng DepEd Itulay. Okay, meron din po tayo para sa mga grade 4 to 6, no? Nandun pa rin yung music, solo instrument, physical education. It's all about hip-hop dance and arts, no? Poster making for grade 4, painting for grade 5, and photo essay for grade 6. And nandiyan po yung mga list of focal persons. And of course, we have for grade 7 to 12, kasama ang ating mga kuya, no? Ate sa junior at senior high school, no? Andiyan yung music, virtual himi kundiman, and physical education, OPM dance exercise. And para sa arts, e-kultura Rampa Fest ng Pilipinas or ng Pinas. Ayan. So with that, of course, we love to hear it from you. Yan. So please evaluate us. So just kindly scan the QR code that has been showing on the screen. And yung kung wala naman pang QR code, ito yung aming link para sa feedback. Alright? Yan. So, a purpose ito syempre para kung ano pa po yung mga pwede namin improve. Kailangan ba si Tutor A magsasayaw, mag-energetic? Yan. Okay, so sulat niyo po dyan. Alright? So with that, Diyos mabalos po. Daghang salamat po hanggang sa susunod na week po. Kasi next week, ano po tayo pala? Naka-virtual insert po ang mga teachers, no? So you can make a rest na yung mga students natin, mga katekwis natin dyan. Ayan, wala pong bibitiw. Susunod na po, si Tutor Lon for Computer System Servicing Grade 12. Laging tatandaan, nasa pagbabahagi natin ang ating pag-iiral. Maraming salamat po.